Rinpoche. Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
It wasn't me.
Sounds like me. You the famous
Please.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do it all for myself.
Thank you. It's all good. We all do. Until then. Thank you.
Sure. Nice to meet you, Kenny. You've been coming here for a while?
I was here 24 years ago.
99.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah, last time I was here was 98.
Maybe we should November course and then December retreat. So my contract. He put me in retreat and I went since 2004.
Whereabouts did you retreat?
Mountains of California. For a few years and then Caribbean.
Yeah.
Caribbean.
Where are you from?
Haiti. So I was in the Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the Dominican Republic.
You did retreat there? India. Oh, good place. For retreat?
If you have the heart for it. Yes.
Can't believe this place. I came here first in 72.
I remember. I read your story. And the legacy. So thank you. No. Thank you. All the breadcrumbs. Wow. Wisdom, yeah?
Yeah, started wisdom. You started here.
Yeah, wisdom.
Right down
Down
there.
here.
In front of the Gompa of Lama Zopa. I think they built over the spot.
Yeah,
They were very small Gompa back then.
they even the what do you call it? The new dining hall was in there. Nothing was here. I mean, yeah, for you.
Yeah. We did that for a while and then a couple other things and then Lama Zopa was not since
The auto liberation was my connection. cover. Back then. Yeah.
Roger was just saying his stories and everything.
Is he around? Is he still here? Is he here?
Roger?
No.
I don't know.
I know he's about to go to downtown.
Yeah, he's going on Saturday.
Okay, so
And
do you know how long you can get site?
yeah, she's in there too.
Oh my god, I haven't seen her since then. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't have happened. Yes. Like, yes or no? Close it. Yeah, yes. I didn't get that.
Yeah, Roger. Heartfelt stuff.
A single one. Like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The best place is here. The best place with your sadness is here. Because Rinpoche is here.
Oh yeah. I was carrying him from India.
Pardon?
I was already talking to him, or he was talking to me.
Well, you can talk to him everywhere, but I mean, it feels different. It's my experience. I've been here since day one, and I see. I was in Zoom when it happened,
Oh, wow.
and I see.
You were with him?
Yeah. So, and I feel this is the best. Instead of all those people being sad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. And when it just happened, I wanted to cry. And he appeared in front of me and he started laughing like he only, and he said, I've never learned anything in 5 years. And I thought,
3 days after. 16. Near-death accident.
say it again?
Near-death accident.
Oh, look who's here first, Catherine.
Again.
Can't get enough prayers, right? Can't get
Just
enough
jump
prayers
over.
for the group.
Just.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's just because how many Sangha things.
Oh, this is Sangha?
No, we all
But it's just how many, you know?
As in that.
But they sit in the front.
You know what the Sangha are like, you always sit at the front. You know what they're like.
Sheriff did it all for me.
Yes, James.
Got a house,
Not the
550 grand.
nuns, monks, but for example there you can see.
Well, half
Or
the
here,
car.
three
Yeah.
of each of these.
And then, see,
Well, so if you've got 500 left, then leave the card with me,
yeah,
because I'll give it to another person who use it myself
Sure.
later. It's always good to have a spare card when you can come.
yeah.
I think there's room if you want Is there any cushion anywhere? Yes, so we're gonna do it.
Someone has mine.
There's two people.
Package.
Somebody spilled some tea. Seems like somebody spilled some tea. Oh wow, lots of lilies.
Ah.
Dai, can you move down?
Yeah.
I'm coming in.
The first step. Somebody spilled some tea there.
Yes, we do. And there should be a bag somewhere. There should be, maybe Kadro has a bag. Oh, is that the bag? No.
Four.
Vows and bells.
Can you take this one? Can you take this one? This is so hard.
Anyone else? So, we're going to begin on page 75. And we're just going to read this in English, because we already chanted it this morning. This is the short calling the Guru from afar. So we do this before we do the Tara, and then the Tara we've been doing since the very first day. So this was the first advice that His Holiness gave, was that we should do Chittamani Tara for Mandalas. So that began the very first day. And as Venerable Elsa says, there was no expiry date, so we just kept doing it. It's interesting, I haven't seen the monks doing it. They were also doing it in the early days, and then they stopped, so I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we continue to do it and continue to find it really helpful. Yeah. So, okay, so we all know why we're here, and we really, really want that reassurance of Rinpoche returning to us as quickly as possible, exactly in the way that Rinpoche wants it to happen, planned it to happen. And also we want to clear any obstacles that Rinpoche took on himself. We want to make sure all those obstacles are completely cleared away. And then we want to clear any obstacles for ourselves to be able to complete all Rinpoche's projects. So I think all of us have got projects and centers and many advices that we have to complete. So we're doing this prayer, requesting Tara's blessings for that. And of course the main project is benefiting sentient beings. All the projects that Rinpoche had were to benefit sentient beings. And to do that, as Zheng Rinpoche said, the main thing is we have to subdue our self-cherishing and our self-grasping. So this also, we're making prayers to Tara, not just for Rinpoche to come back, because we need these enlightened masters, but also for ourselves to become more like Rinpoche, to be able to develop Rinpoche's qualities and embody what the teachings that he gave. So it's a powerful assembly here. So it's incredibly fortunate, amazingly fortunate to do these prayers. So let's do it. Guru, think of me. Guru, think of me. Guru, think of me. Magnificently glorious Guru, dispelling the darkness of ignorance. Magnificently glorious Guru, revealing the path to liberation. Magnificently glorious Guru, liberating the waters of samsara. Magnificently glorious Guru, eliminating disease of the 5 poisons. Magnificently glorious Guru, the wish-granting jewel, I beseech you, please bless me. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to remember impermanence and death from my heart. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to generate the thought of no need in my mind. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to abide one-pointedly in practice in isolated places. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to not have any hindrances to my practice. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to realize without error the view of the fundamental nature of reality. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me so that all bad conditions appear as a support. Magnificently glorious Guru, please bless me to accomplish effortlessly the 2 works of self and others. Please bless me now, quickly. Please bless me quickly, very quickly. Please bless me on this very cushion. Please bless me in this very session. May I not give rise to heresy for even a second, in regard to the actions of the glorious Guru. May I see whatever actions are done as the stainless actions of a Buddha. With this devotion may I receive the Guru's blessings in my heart. Magnificent and precious Guru, please abide on the lotus and moon of my heart. Guide me with your great kindness, and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. So then we go to page 5 of the Chittamani Tara, 4 mandalas. So for those people who are new, you'll need this extra sheet. So the purpose of this sheet is there are 4 mandala offerings, and at the end of the short mandala, there is a place where you cling on to Tara's toes and you make a strong longing request. So we've exchanged the verse that is there for one of these verses. We go through sequentially. So there's one verse for each of the 4 mandala offerings, and these verses are extracted from the 4 swift return prayers that were composed to Rinpoche. So that way, as we go through the puja, we're making the strong heartfelt request for Rinpoche to return. So you'll need this extra sheet. I and all sentient beings as vast as space, from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment, go for refuge to glorious pure lamas. Go for refuge to perfectly enlightened victorious ones. Go for refuge to pure Dharma. Go for refuge to superior Sangha. I and all sentient beings as vast as space, from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment, go for refuge to glorious pure lamas. Go for refuge to perfectly enlightened victorious ones. Go for refuge to pure Dharma. Go for refuge to superior Sangha. I and all sentient beings as vast as space, from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment. Go for refuge to the glorious pure Lamas. Go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones. Go for refuge to the pure Dharma. Go for refuge to superior Sangha. And go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. So this next verse is 3 times. In particular, in order to benefit all other sentient beings, quickly and more quickly, I must achieve the precious state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. Therefore, I am going to undertake the yoga of Venerable Aryatara. In particular, in order to benefit all my mother sentient beings, quickly and more quickly, I must achieve the precious state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. Therefore, I am going to undertake the yoga of Venerable Aryatara. In particular, in order to benefit all mother sentient beings, quickly and more quickly, I must achieve the precious state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. Therefore, I am going to undertake the yoga of Venerable Aryatara. May all sentient beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. So this happiness is not just ordinary happiness. So this happiness is enlightenment and all the different levels of happiness up to enlightenment. So may all sentient beings have all of this. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from desire for friends and hatred for enemies. In one instant, I arise as Venerable Aryatara. Om Vajra Amrita Gunali Hana Hana Hombe Om Sambhava Shuno Sarva Dhamma Sambhava Shuno Om. Everything is emptiness only. While it is empty, from Yam appears wind, from Ram fire, from R a transcendental wisdom, skull cup vast and deep. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom. Om 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 Vajra Amrita Gunali Hana Hana Hombe Om Sambhava Shuno Sarva Dhamma Sambhava Shuno Om. Everything is emptiness only. While it is empty, from calm skull-cup vessels appear. Inside these, from whom appear the offering substances, whose nature is emptiness and who appear in their individual aspects. As the objects of enjoyment of the 6 senses, they give rise to special uncontaminated bliss. Om Agama, Om Vadyama, Om Vajanime Om, Om Vajanime Om Vajan Alange Om Vajanime Om Vajanine In the space before me on the lion throne lotus and lotus sits Kadaravani Tara, who is inseparable from my root Lama. Above her are Venerable Atisha and the other lineage Lamas, and she is surrounded by the 21 Taras and so forth, the Yidams, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, hearers, self-realizers, and oath-bound protectors. Your exalted bodies, embodiment of all Buddhas. I prostrate to all Gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. The very root of the three realms, divine ones, I prostrate to all Gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. The very root of the three realms, divine ones, I prostrate to all Gurus. The Saviour, having great compassion, field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one God, to thusness I prostrate. Saviour, having great compassion, field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one God, to thusness I prostrate. Saviour, having great compassion, field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one God, to thusness I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the one path of sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the one path of sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the one path of sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path of liberation. Who are devoted to the moral precept. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path of liberation. Who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path of liberation. Devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. A host of oceans of drinking water from the ocean of realms, composed of an ocean of offering substances that conquers, I offer the notion of faith that conquers and their retinues, of oceans of qualities, please accepted. Om Savananda Samari Vare Argam Ranizam Soha. A host of oceans of bathing water from an ocean of realms, composed of an ocean of offering substances that conquers. I offer the notion of faith that conquers and their retinues of oceans of qualities, please accepted. Om Savananda Samari Vare Maryam Ranijam Soha. A host of oceans of flowers from the ocean of realms,
composed of an ocean of
offering substances that conquers. I offer the notion of faith that conquers and their retinues of oceans of qualities, please accepted. Om Savananda Samari Vare Mumem Ranitam Soha. A host of oceans of incense from an ocean of realms, composed of an ocean of offering substances that conquers. I offer the notion of faith that conquers and their retinues of oceans of qualities, please accepted. Om Savananda Samari Vare Mumem Ranitam Soha. A host of oceans of light from an ocean of realms, composed of an ocean of offering substances that conquers. I offer the notion of faith that conquers and their retinues of oceans of qualities, please accepted. Om Savananda Samari Vare Alogam Randitam Soha. A host of oceans of perfume from an ocean of realms, composed of an ocean of offering substances that conquers. I offer the notion of faith that conquers and their retinues of oceans of qualities, please accepted. Om Savananda Samari Vare Gandham Randitam Soha. A host of oceans of food from an ocean of realms, composed of an ocean of offering substances that conquers. I offer the notion of faith that conquers and their retinues of oceans of qualities, please accepted. Om Savananda Samari Vare Nyudam Randitam Soha. A host of oceans of music from an ocean of realms, composed of an ocean of offering substances that conquers. I offer the notion of faith that conquers and their retinues of oceans of qualities, please accepted. Om Savananda Samari Vare. Om Savananda Samari Vare Om. So when we do the 7 limbs, then when we come to the offerings, then as we ring the bell and we offer music, and we also think about all the other offerings at Rinpoche's houses, in all the different FPMT centers, the students' houses and so forth. We offer all of that to Mother Tara and the merit field. And then when we come to rejoicing, we pause and we do the practice of rejoicing. I prostrate to all victorious ones and their children. I present I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginning this time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. So this first rejoicing is rejoicing in our own virtues. So bring into mind that every single happiness, all the good things, all the good fortune, all the success we've ever experienced in this life, past lives, or will experience in the future, all depends on a cause, and the cause must be virtue. So therefore, every single virtue that we've ever accumulated in the past is so precious. All the numberless virtues we're accumulating now are so precious. And all the virtues that we will accumulate in the future are so precious. And then rejoicing over and over again in the heart. How wonderful, how precious, all this virtue. So then every time we rejoice in our own virtue, then it doubles, and all of that doubles, and all of that doubles, and it becomes inconceivable. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to great enlightenment. Let us offer a Buddha field. Om Vajra ground, Ahom, mighty golden ground. Om Vajra fence, Ahom. Outside is encircled by a wall of iron mountains. At the center is Meru, king of mountains. The eastern continent is Vidya. The southern is Jambavipa. The western is Godanya. The northern is Kuru. Deya and Vidya, Chamara and Aparachamara, Sata and Uttaramanchim, Kuru and Kaurava. In the east, the precious elephant. In the south, the precious housekeeper. In the west, the precious horse. In the north, the precious queen. In the southeast, the precious general. In the southwest, the precious wheel. In the northwest, the precious jewel. In the northeast, the great treasure vase. In the east, the sun. In the west, the moon. My own and others' bodies feature mind, wealth, and virtues at 3 times. This pure, precious mandala and a massive Samantabhadra offerings I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yidam and the 3 precious ones. Please accept them through compassion and bestow your inspiration. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru for continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. Through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the 3 jewels, and the great ways of bodhicitta of the children victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. Yedam Gururana Mandalangam Yayandayani. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Page 15. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. The first round. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns. I prostrate to liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns. I prostrate to liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns. I prostrate to liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns. Liberating Mother liberates from all misfortunes, devas and tyrants bow down with their crowns. I prostrate to liberating Mother liberates from all misfortunes, devas and tyrants bow down with their crowns. I liberating Mother liberates from all misfortunes, devas and titans bow down with their as the faith of liberating Mother liberates from all misfortunes, devas and titans bow down with their as the faith of liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes, arising from the power of unfathomable merit, oceans of drinking water which have unfathomable qualities, I offer to the unfathomable multitude of victorious Mother Liberators, please grant the attainment of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom. Om Ariandare Samare Vare Argam Brande Sam Soha, arising from the power of unfathomable merit, oceans of bathing water which has unfathomable qualities, I offer to the unfathomable multitude of victorious Mother Liberators, please grant the attainment of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom. Om Ariandare Samare Vare Madhyam Brande Sam Soha, arising from the power of unfathomable merit, oceans of flowers which have unfathomable qualities, I offer to the unfathomable multitude of victorious Mother Liberators, please grant the attainment of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom. Om Maria Sare Samare Vare Buame Brande Sam Soha, arising from the power of unfathomable merit, oceans of incense which has unfathomable qualities, I offer to the unfathomable multitude of victorious Mother Liberators, please grant the attainment of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom. Om Ariandare Samare Vare Duame Brande Sam Soha, arising in the power of unfathomable merit, oceans of light which has unfathomable qualities, I offer to the unfathomable multitude of victorious Mother Liberators, please grant the attainment of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom. Om Ariandare Samare Vare Alogam Brande Sam Soha, arising from the power of unfathomable merit, oceans of perfume which has unfathomable qualities, I offer to the unfathomable multitude of victorious Mother Liberators, please grant the attainment of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom. Om Ariandare Samare Vare Gendam Brande Sam Soha, arising from the power of unfathomable merit, oceans of food which has unfathomable qualities, I offer to the unfathomable multitude of victorious Mother Liberators, please grant the attainment of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom. Om Ariandare Samare Vare Nyudam Brande Sam Soha, arising from the power of unfathomable merit, oceans of music which has unfathomable qualities, I offer to the unfathomable multitude of victorious Mother Liberators, please grant the attainment of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom. Om Ariandare Samare Vare Om Ariandare Samare Vare Om Ham. To Aryatara's holy feet I prostrate, I present I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginning this time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. So this second round, then we rejoice in the virtues of sentient beings. Says numberless sentient beings, what they want is happiness, they don't want even the slightest suffering. And the cause of all the happiness that they seek is the virtue they accumulate. So the more virtue they accumulate, then the less problems, the easier life becomes. More happiness, from happiness to happiness up to enlightenment, all that's possible as they accumulate virtue. So therefore every single virtue the numberless sentient beings have accumulated in the past is so precious. Every single virtue they are accumulating now is so precious. And all the virtues they will accumulate in the future are so precious. How wonderful, how precious. All this virtue. So by rejoicing in virtues of the numberless sentient beings, and we share in that accumulation, please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to great enlightenment. Let's offer a Buddha field. Om Vajra ground, Ahom, mighty golden ground. Om Vajra fence, Ahom. Outside is encircled by a wall of iron mountains. At the center is Meru, king of mountains. The eastern continent, Vidya. The southern is Jamadvipa. The western is Gadanya. The northern is Kuru. Dayan, Vidya, Chamara and Aparachamara. Sata and Uttaramantin, Kuru and Karaba. In the east, the precious elephant. In the south, the precious housekeeper. In the west, the precious horse. In the north, the precious queen. In the southeast, the precious general. In the southwest, the precious wheel. In the northwest, the precious jewel. In the northeast, the great treasure vase. In the east, the sun. In the west, the moon. My own and others' bodies, speech, mind, wealth, and virtues are 3 times. This pure, precious mandala and a massive Samantavajra offerings, I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yidam and the 3 precious ones. Please accept them through compassion and bestow your inspiration. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. I invoke you, I call upon you, I implore you on behalf of all beings. Arise, arise, arise from the Dhammakaya. Do not rest in Kachara or other pure celestial realms. Rather to benefit the Buddha's teachings and all living beings. Swiftly return to this southern continent to spread the Buddha Dharma of study and realization. Quickly return to guide us poor wretched beings. Such is the desperate cry of us, your disciples. Return so we may actually behold your presence and receive the blessings of your enlightened body, speech, and mind. Yedam Guru Ratna Mandalangam Yeyandayam. Page 20. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the refuge-granting gesture that liberates from all fears. Om I'm Rasre Dalanamon Randana Liberator. Homage Taras in the rowing, I night landing in the Danyas, from of the demons of the Lord of 3 was table notice. Homage she is face combines the 100 ornaments of fullness, blazing with light rays resplendent, as 1,000 the collection. Homage golden blue unnoticed, for the burning and the dawning, giving effort calm austerities, patient meditation the sphere. Homage canon and the goddess, actions triumph without limit, relied on by Congress children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with the dark, whom desire direction and space, trembling with her feet the 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the Olo, Sharani Brahmamaro, honored by the host of spirits, corpse races, Gandharvas, Yashas. Homage with a dray and bass sound, destroying those magic diagrams, heavily pressing red upright, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage to very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart of fingers, that on her with ritual mudra, lyre masses all excited, no directions wills adorn her. Homage she's so joyous, radiant, ground emitting garlands of muffle loving with the daughter, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon, no left guardian assembly, shaking, frowning with her home signs, saving from every misfortune. Homage crowned adorned with crescent, moon all ornaments but shining, Amitabha in her head, no sending out much light eternal. Homage she made wreath and blaze like a unending fire abiding, wretched and vengeance around you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she strikes the ground with her palm out with her foot beats, scouting with her letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is good, speaks nirvana, she endowed with woman soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, daring force bodies asunder, freeze with home and knowledge mantra, the arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to read with seed letter, of the shape of syllable, by first stamping shakes the 3 worlds, Meru, Mandala and Vindhya, homage holding in the hand the Hema, Moon and Deva Lake, with twice spoken Dare and Pay, totally the smiling boys, homage she and gods and their kings, and the kinnaras to honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts, homage she used to eyes bright, with radiance of sun and full moon, with twice Hare and Dandara, she dispels civic contagion, homage full of liberating, Baba the set of 3 natures, destroys us of spirit yashas, and raise closest supreme Ture, these places with the root mantras, and prostrations are 21. Back to page 21. Om I'm prostrate to the moon and then the liberator. Homage Taras in the rowing, and the landing in the Danias, run from opening names of the Lord of 3-1 in one lotus. Homage she is with combined, moons are fullest, spacing with night with resplendent, as 1,000 a collection. Homage golden blue one lotus, water born in and adorning, giving effort come on their mission, meditation nursery. Homage canon and the goddess, action Ryan without limit, rely on my and children, having reached every perfection, homage filling with the daughter, home desire, direction and space, jumping with a beat the 7 worlds, able to draw focal being, homage worshipped by the order, Sharani Brahma Maru, honored by the host of spirits, close races can die with yakshas, homage with a tray and mason, destroying false magic diagrams, every blessing left out right in, raising in a raging fire bliss, homage to a very dreadful, destroyer Amara's champion, she with founding lotus visit, who is there of all enemies, homage at a heart of fingers, Adona with ritual mudra, Naired masses all excited, direction will the Lord, homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting gardens of light, my full loving wind and daughter, subjugating Maradeva, homage she able to summon all her guardians assembly, shaking browning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune, homage down and all with crescent, moon all ornaments were shining, Amen tower in her head, on sending out much light and dark, homage she made wreath of blaze, I gay unending fire abiding, righteous and vengeance around you, roots of enemies destroyed, homage she who strikes the ground with her man with alphabets, scouting with the letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer, homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is filled with peace nirvana, she endowed with home and soul, destroyer of the great evil, homage she witness around it, daring both bodies asunder, freeze with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to read with seed letter, of the shape of syllable, by first stepping shakes the 3 worlds, Meru, Mandala and Vindhya, homage holding in her hand the Hema, Moon and Deva Lake, for with my spoken Dare and Bay, totally the spelling voice, homage she and gods and their kings, and the kinnaras to honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts, homage she is to eye bright, where radiance the sun and full moon, with my Sarah and the dark, she dispels civic contagion, homage full of liberating, Baba the set of 3 natures, destroys us the spirits yashas, and makes closest to mean Ture, these phrases with the root mantras, and prostrations are 21. Venerable Arya, great treasure, compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions, and to clear away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure, compassion, grant your blessings to increase and to clear away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure, compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions, and to clear away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Second round. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns to your lotus feet. I prostrate the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns. I prostrate the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns. I prostrate the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns. I prostrate the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns. I straight liberating mother liberates from all misfortunes, devas and past bound down. The straight liberating mother liberates from all misfortunes, devas and past bound down. The straight liberating mother liberates from all misfortunes, devas and past bound down. I prostrate the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortunes. To the Buddhas abiding in the field of merit, this offering of drinking water which appears but doesn't have nature, is offered with the mind understanding the offerings with inseparability, appearance and emptiness. These accepted with the holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness and nature of great bliss. Om Haryandare Samari Vare Argam Ranitam Soha. To the Buddhas abiding in the field of merit, this offering of bathing water which appears but doesn't have nature, is offered with the mind understanding the offering to be inseparability, appearance and emptiness. These accepted with the holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness and nature of great bliss. Om Haryandare Samari Vare Madhyam Ranitam Soha. To the Buddhas abiding in the field of merit, this offering of flowers which appears but doesn't have nature, is offered with the mind understanding the offering to be inseparability, appearance and emptiness. Please accept it with the holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness and nature of great bliss. Om Haryandare Samari Vare Mudam Ranitam Soha. To the Buddhas abiding in the field of merit, this offering of incense which appears but doesn't have nature, is offered with the mind understanding the offering to be inseparability, appearance and emptiness. Please accept it with the holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness and nature of great bliss. Om Haryandare Samari Vare Mudam Ranitam Soha. The Buddhas abiding in the field of merit, this offering of light which appears but doesn't have nature, is offered with the mind understanding the offering to be inseparable appearance and emptiness. Please accept it with the holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness and nature of great bliss. Om Haryandare Samari Vare Alokya Ranitam Soha. The Buddhas abiding in the field of merit, this offering of perfume which appears but doesn't have nature, is offered with the mind understanding the offering to be inseparability, appearance and emptiness. Please accept it with the holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness and nature of great bliss. Om Haryandare Samari Vare Gyanam Ranitam Soha. The Buddhas abiding in the field of merit, this offering of food which appears but doesn't have nature, is offered with the mind understanding the offering to be inseparability, appearance and emptiness. Please accept it with the holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness and nature of great bliss. Om Haryandare Samari Vare Nyudam Ranitam Soha. The Buddhas abide in the field of merit, this offering of music which appears but doesn't have nature, is offered with the mind understanding the offering to be inseparability, appearance and emptiness. Please accept it with the holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness and nature of great bliss. Om Haryandare Samari Vare Om Haryandare Samari Vare Om. To Aryataras, 30 feet are prostrate. I present I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginning this time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. So this third round, we rejoice in all the virtues and the bodhisattvas. So there's numberless bodhisattvas, and even every single action they do is for all the limitless sentient beings. So even breathing in and out is done for sentient beings, not the slightest stain of self-cherishing. So eating, walking, sitting, sleeping, working, everything is done for numberless sentient beings. And so with every single action they do, even breathing in and breathing out, they create limitless virtue, and all that virtue they dedicate for us. So rejoicing in all the numberless virtues of all the bodhisattvas, created in the past, that they are creating now, and that they will create in the future. How wonderful, how precious. So rejoicing in one day's merit of one bodhisattva is equivalent for us of 13,000 years creating virtue. So here we're rejoicing all the numberless bodhisattvas, past, present, future virtue. So it's just inconceivable. Please remain until the end of psyche existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to great enlightenment. Let's offer a Buddha field. Om Vajra ground, Ahom, mighty golden ground. Om Vajra fence, Ahom. Outside is encircled by a wall of iron mountains. At the center is Meru, king of mountains. The eastern continent is Videha. The southern is Jambudvipa. The western is Gadanya. The northern is Kuru. Deya and Videha. Chamara and Aparachamara. Sata and Uttaramanchil. Kuru and Karava. In the east the precious elephant. In the south the precious housekeeper. In the west the precious horse. In the north the precious queen. In the southeast the precious general. Southwest the precious wheel. In the northwest the precious jewel. The northeast the great treasure vase. In the east the sun, in the west the moon. My own and others' bodies, speech, mind, wealth, and virtues are 3 times. This pure precious mandala and a massive Samantabhadra offerings I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yidam and the 3 precious ones. Please accept them through compassion and bestow your inspiration. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. Patient in bearing the hardships of spreading the teachings of Muni in general, and the teachings of victorious Jamgyal Tsongkhapa in hundreds of directions. Lord of Dharma, holding the 3 vows and wearing saffron robes, please quickly return as the glory of the peerless teachings. Yedam Guru Ramna Mandalangam Yeyandayami. Page 32. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the refuge-granting gesture that liberates from all fears. Om I'm Rasrena Liberator. Om in Dara Sundaroe, guides like lightning in Sandania, run from munding demons of the Lord of 3 worlds, upon lotus. Homage to you, space combines 100 ornaments that fold it, blazing with light rays of splendor, 1,000 sacrilege. Homage golden blue on lotus, waterboarding and adoring, giving effort almost there, mission meditation earthly. Homage crown of Tathagata's, actions triumph without limit, relied on my conquest children. Having reached every perfection, homage filling with the data, home this adoration and space, traveling with the feet the 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings, homage worshipped by the all Lord, Shara Agni Brahma Maru, honored by the host of spirits, God's races Gandharvas Yasha, homage with a dray and bass sound, destroying fermenting diagrams, every blessing left or right in, blazing in a raging fire, homage jury very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with thorning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage had a heart of fingers, I don't know with Viju Mudra, lyre masses all excited, all direction was adorned, homage she so joyous, radiant, ground and meeting gardens of light, my full laughing with the daughter, subjugating Mara's day, homage she able to summon, all her guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune, homage crowned and done with crescent, moon all ornaments were shining, Amrita in her hand, not sending out much light eternal, homage she made with the blaze like, aeon ending fire abiding, Russian them then just surrounds you, troops of enemies destroy destroying. Homage she who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats. Scouting with the letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful. She is pure, this peace nirvana. She endowed with Lama Zopa, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she wages around it, daring force what is asunder. Frees with human knowledge mantra, arrangement other than letter. Homage to with the ladder of the shape of syllable home. By first stamping shapes of 3 worlds, Mera, Mandala and Vidya. Homage holding in a hand the hammer, moon and Deva lake for with twice spoken Tara and Pay. Totally dispelling poison. Homage she who gods and their kings and the kinnaras do honor. Armored in no dreadful splendor, she dispels bandits and comfort. Homage she is to I bride with radiance of sun and full moon. With twice Hare and the daughter, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating power that set the 3 natures. Destroys souls of spirits, yashas, and raise corpses to Minture. These praises with the root mantras and prostrations of Sa 21. All my prostrate to the noble and the liberator. Homage, Taras and heroic, as an ending in the Dania. Run from omning demons of the Lord of 3 ones in one lotus. Homage, she amazed combines 100 ornaments of forties, blazing with the rings of splendor. 1,000 Nagalesh. Homage, golden blue one lotus, waterborn in the Nordic, giving ever come on their ambition, meditation, veil. Homage, crown under the goddess, action triumph without limit. Relied on my conquest children, having reached every profession. Homage filling with the daughter, on this adoration and space. Coming with the fitness 7 worlds, able to draw forth of being. Homage worshipped by the old Lord, Sharani Brahma Maru. Honored by the host of spirits, corpses Skandavas Yasha. Homage with Andre and bass sounds, destroying both magic diagrams. Every blessing left or right hand, blazing in a raging fire. Homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion. She with frowning lotus visit, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, Adona with 3 jewel mudra. Lyran masses all excited, no directions wills adorn her. Homage she's so joyous, radiant, crown of mating garlands of light. But for laughing with the daughters, subjugating Maradevas. Homage she able to summon all our guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown and dove crescent, moon all ornaments were shining. Amen double in the hand, sending out much light eternal. Homage she made wreath of blaze like gay unending fire abiding. Russian adventure surrounds you, troops of enemies destroyed. Homage she is trust the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it. Scouting with the letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful. She is pure, this peace nirvana. She endowed with Lama Zopa, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she wages around it, daring force bodies asunder. Feast with all my knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to with the ladder of the shape of syllable home. By first time in shapes of 3 worlds, Mera, Mandala and Vidya. Homage holding in a hand the hammer, moon and Deva lake for with twice token Dare and Bay. Totally dispelling poison. Homage she and gods and their kings and the kinnaras do honor. How many no joyful splendor, she dispels by dreams and conflicts. Homage she is to I bright with radiance of sun and full moon. With twice Hare and the daughter, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating power that set the 3 natures. Destroys souls of spirits, yashas, and raise corpses to endure. These places with the root mantras and prostrations of Sa 21. All my prostrate to the noble and the liberator. Homage, Taras and heroic, as an ending in the Dania. Run from omni demons of the Lord of 3 ones in one lotus. Homage she is this combines 100 ornaments of forties, blazing with light rays of splendor. 1,000 Nagalesh. Homage golden blue one lotus, waterborn in and adorning, giving ever come on their ambition, meditation, lust. Homage crown under the goddess, action riot without limit. Relied on my conquest children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with the daughter, all from the side direction and space, traveling within the seven worlds, able to travel for me. Homage worship mighty O Lord, Shara Adi Brahma Madhu, honored by the host of spirits, causes can never the action. Homage with the tray and bass sound, destroying the magic diagram, there be blessing them the right hand, blazing in a raging fire. Homage to Ray very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with frowning lotus visage, who is sayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, I don't know which ritual mudra, Lyra's mass is all excited, all direction flows and door. Homage she said joyous radiant, round and mating gardens of light, but for loving with no daughter, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all on guardians assembly, shaking frowning with the home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crowned with crescent, moon all ornaments most shining, Amitabha in the hand, sending onwards light eternal. Homage she made with a blaze like gay unending fire abiding, righteous defenders around you, troops of enemies destroyed. Homage she is strikes the ground with a palm and with the beasts, scouting with a letter home, the seven levels she just conquered. Homage happy but she's peaceful, she is fearless peace nirvana, she endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, daring foes bodies asunder, reads with Om and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to receive letter of the shape of syllable, by first stamping she says 3 words, Mera, Mandala and Vidya. Homage holding in her hand the Hema, Moon and Deva Lake, with twice golden Tara and Pay, totally the spanning boys. Homage she and gods and their kings, and the kinnaras do honor, armored in on dreadful splendor, she dispels by dreams and conflicts. Homage she used to white bright with radiance the sun and full moon, with twice Hari and Dutari, she dispels civic and nature. Homage full of liberating, Baba that settles three natures, destroys social spirits yasha, and raise closest supreme Ture, these praises with the root mantras, and prostrations Asa 21. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. And the last round. Devas and Titans bow down. As the straight liberating mother liberates from all misfortunes, Devas and Titans bow down. As the straight liberating mother liberates from all misfortunes, Devas and Titans bow down. As the straight liberating mother liberates from all misfortunes, Devas and Titans bow down. Liberating mother liberates from all misfortunes, devas and titans bow down. The state liberating mother liberates from all misfortunes, devas and titans bow down. The state liberating mother liberates from all misfortunes, devas and titans bow down. And the state liberating mother liberates from all misfortunes, devas and titans bow down. And the state liberating mother liberates from all misfortunes. From the nature, the existence here, pure, transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering drinking water, I offer in order to please the destroyer, qualified Taras, multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Aryandare Samare Vare Ardam Radisam Soha. From the nature, the existence here, pure, transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering bathing water, I offer in order to please the destroyer, qualified Taras, multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Aryandare Samare Vare Madhyam Radisam Soha. From the nature, the existence here, pure, transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering flowers, I offer in order to please the destroyer, qualified Taras, multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Aryandare Samare Vare Madhyam Radisam Soha. From the nature, the existence here, pure, transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering incense, I offer in order to please the destroyer, qualified Taras, multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Aryandare Samare Vare Brandi Som Soha. For the nature, existence, the pure, transcendental wisdom, Dhammakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering light, I offer in order to please, to destroy qualified tyrants, multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Ayandare Sambhari Vare Alangam Brandi Som Soha. Existence, the pure, transcendental wisdom, Dhammakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering perfume, I offer in order to please, to destroy qualified tyrants, multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Aryandare Sambhari Vare Gandam Brandi Som Soha. The nature, existence, the pure, transcendental wisdom, Dhammakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering food, I offer in order to please, to destroy qualified tyrants, multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Aryandare Sambhari Vare Nyudam Brandi Som Soha. The nature, existence, the pure, transcendental wisdom, Dhammakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering music, I offer in order to please, destroy qualified tyrants, multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Aryandare Sambhari Vare Om Aryandare Sambhari Vare Om To Arya Tara's holy feet I prostrate. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginning this time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please. So I see a cake and I get distracted. That's all it takes. Yeah, so this is the last round. So in this last round, we rejoice in the virtues of all the fully enlightened beings. So there's numberless beings who are once just like us, having all the sufferings, having all the delusions, the minds completely hallucinated. And then by meeting with perfect teachers, fully qualified gurus, by practicing with great effort, applying themselves to the path, they're able to fully awaken. So rejoicing in all the numberless virtues they accumulated on the path in the past, that they are accumulating now, that they will accumulate in the future. Rejoicing in the limitless skies of qualities of all these enlightened beings, their omniscient holy minds, their great compassion, bound to each and every single sentient being without slightest discriminating thought. And also rejoicing in all their enlightened activities, spontaneous, effortless, perfect, continual. How wonderful, how precious. May I become like this. Yeah, so then remembering that this is what Rinpoche is, a fully enlightened being. This is what our gurus are. How wonderful, how precious. Then by rejoicing in the virtues of fully enlightened beings, we gain 1/10. By rejoicing in their qualities, we create the cause to have the same ourselves in the future. And by rejoicing in their enlightened activities, we create the cause to be able to do the same in the future. So how wonderful, how incredible, how amazing, how precious. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to great enlightenment. So here you have to turn back to page 30 for the Mandala offering. There's something missing in that version there. So page 30. Let us offer a Buddha field. Om Vajra ground, Ahom, mighty golden ground. Om Vajra fence, Ahom. Outside it's encircled by a wall of iron mountains. At the center is Meru, king of mountains. The eastern continent's Videha, the southern is Jambudvipa, the western is Gadanya, the northern is Kuru, then Vidya, Chamaran, Upper Chamara, Satan, Uttaramantra, Kurum, Karava. In the east, the precious elephant. In the south, the precious housekeeper. In the west, the precious horse. In the north, the precious queen. In the southeast, the precious general. In the southwest, the precious jewel. In the northwest, the precious jewel. In the northeast, the great treasure vase. In the east, the sun. In the west, the moon. My own and others' body, speech, mind, wealth, and virtues at 3 times. This pure, precious mandala and a master's amount of other offerings. I mentally take and offer to my Guru and the 3 precious ones. Please accept them through compassion and bestow your inspiration. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. Having thought of me and other transmigratory beings of the degenerate age, from your seed of lotus and sun at the heart of Sangha Yeshi, may the jewel that fulfills all wishes emanating again with the brilliance of 10,000 suns smile swiftly and without obstacles to our eyes filled with tears of faith. Yedam Guru Rana Mandala I don't all have tea yet. So page
43.
Page 43, thank you. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. So I'll have the tea. Om 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 Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I offer this to the liberating Mother who liberates from all misfortunes. So when we do the seven, I think we'll try and do 7 praises. We'll try. We have done it before. Then if you've memorized it, then you can circumambulate. Yeah. The reason we decided to do this all in English, I've told this story quite a few times before, but anyway, there's always new people. The reason we decided to do this in English is because, when Rinpoche went into meditation, there were many prayers happening, but everything was in Tibetan. And so, Venerable asked that we do some things in English because they do everything very fast in the Gompa. And also they do the very extensive, like the most extensive, so much more extensive than this. So it's very hard to follow. Even if you speak Tibetan, it's hard to follow. Even if you have the text, it's hard to follow. And then, when Lama Zopa passed away, in 1984, and then there was the offering fire to the holy body in Vajrapani. And when everything was finished, we went back to Aptor's house, this house that Mummy Max had bought. So, and then we offered a final sog offering, and so that time Thupten Pende began to chant in Tibetan, and Rinpoche stood up and said, "No, do it in English, because you understand English." So that's why we decided to do prayers as much as possible in English. Correct? You don't remember? Okay, so I'm going to get going, and then if you're eating and drinking, you can eat and drink. But I want to try and finish the seven sets today, because we've done it every day except for one day. So page 44. Om I'm prostrated and no one and the liberator. Om in darkness the ruin, I landing in the danger. Run from opening demons of the Lord of Three Ones in one Lord. Homage to you, face combines. 100 ornaments are full, amazing with my grace resplendent. Other thousands dark collection, homage golden blue and lotus. Water born in and adorning, giving effort common third. Mission meditation nurse. Homage Gananda the goddess, action Ryan without limit. Relied on my conqueror's children, having reached every perfection. Homage fitting with the darting, whom desire direction and space. Tramping with the feet the seven worlds, able to draw forth of me. Homage worshipped by the old Lord, Shara Agni Brahma Madhu. Honored by the host of spirit, Ghost Faces in the Yasha. Homage with the tree and base down, destroying both hunting diagrams. Heavy bending them down right in, blazing in a raging fire blade. Homage to Re very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion. She with founding notice visit, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, that don't know with ritual mudra. Library masses all excited, order rituals alone. Homage, she's a joyous radiant, ground emitting gardens all light. Mindful loving with the daughter, subjugating Mara devils. Homage, she able to summon all of guardians assembly, shaking rounding with her home signs, every from every misfortune. Homage, Gananda crescent, moon all ornaments are shining. Amitabha in her hand, all sending out much light and turn. Homage, she made with the blaze, I gay on ending for abiding. Ashes and benders around you, troops of enemies destroy. Homage, she strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beasts, scouting with the letter whom the seven levels she does conquer. Homage, happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is filled with peace nirvana. She endowed with woman soul, destroyer of the great evil. Homage, she rejoices surrounded, daring was bodies asunder, reads with human knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to Re with the letter of the shape of Selabo, by the stepping shakes the three worlds, Meru, Mandala, and Vidya. Homage holding in the hand, hammer, moon, and Deva Lake, for which twice spoken Tari and Bay, totally dispelling poison. Homage, she who comes and leggings, and the kinnaras to honor. Armored in no joyful splendor, she dispels by dreams and conflict. Homage, she whose joy is bright with radiance the sun and full. With Vaisari and the daughter, she dispels civic contagion. Homage full of liberating, power that set the three natures. Destroys the various yashas, and raise causes to endure. These faces with the mantras, and prostration thus are 21. Oh my Lord, reign the Namona and the liberator. Homage, darkness of the rowing, and the landing in the danger. Run from the demons of the Lord of Three Ones in one Lord. Homage, shields, face combines, 100 ornaments are full, blazing with thy rays resplendent. Out of thousands of collection, homage, golden blue and lotus. Water born in and adorning, giving effort common austerity. Mission meditation not there. Homage, Gananda the goddess, action Ryan without limit. Relied on my conqueror's children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with the daughter, on desire direction and space. Trampling with the feet the seven worlds, able to draw for the being. Homage worship by the old Lord, Shara Agni Brahma Madhu. Honored by the host of spirits, Ghost Faces in the Yasha. Homage with the tree and bay down, destroying for magic diagrams. Heavy bending from the right hand, blazing in a raging fire blade. Homage to Re very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion. She with founding lotus visit, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, I don't know what to do. Nine masses all excited, all the rituals adorn her. Homage, she's a joyous radiant, ground emitting gardens of light. Never loving with the daughter, subjugating Mara Deva. Homage, she able to summon all the guardians assembly, shaking rounding with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage, Gananda crescent, moon all ornaments were shining. Amitabha in her hand, sending out much light and turn. Homage, she made with the blaze like Aeon ending for abiding. Russians have been dressed around you, troops of enemies destroy. Homage she you strikes the ground with a bomb with the beats, scouting with the letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy but she speaks for, she is pure to speak nirvana. She is now a Lama Zopa, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she withdraws around it, daring force what is asunder. Freezing home with knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage jury with the letter, of the shape of syllable home. By first time in shapes and 3 walls, marrow wonder and vidya. Homage holding in her hand, the hammer moon and deva lake for. With words spoken Tari and Bay, totally dispelling voice. Homage she and gods and their kings, and the kinnaras to honor. Armored in on joyful splendor, she dispels by dreams and calm days. Homage she used to eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon. White as Hari and Tantari, she dispels civic contagion. Homage full of liberating, bow with the set of 3 natures. Destroys us the spirits yashas, and raise courses to be endured. These phrases with the root mantras and prostrations are Sa 21. Om I prostrate to the Lord and the liberator. Homage, Dharmas in the ruling, I'm in the Sanya, Rambam demons of the Lord of 3 worlds and one notice. Homage, she is makes combines 100 ornaments of fullness, blazing with light rays resplendent, thousands of collection. Homage, golden blue and lotus, waterborne and adored, giving every common narrative, patient meditation atmosphere. Homage, crowned under the goddess, action triumph without limit, relied on my conquest children, having reached every perfection. Homage, filling with the daughter, direction and space, chanting with the feet of 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the old Lord, Sharani Brahma Madhu, honored by the host of spirits, cause resistant lovers yashas. Homage with the tray and bass sounds, destroying false magic diagrams, every blessing of the writing, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion. She with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, Adonai with visual mudra, lyring masses all excited. All direction wheels adorn her. Homage she's a joyous radiant, crown amiding garlands of light, but for loving winter daughter, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all her guardians assembly, shaking frowning with her home signs, every from every misfortune. Homage counted on with crescent, moon all ornaments were shining, Amitabha in her hand, sending out much and eternal. Homage she made wreath ablaze like gay unending fire abiding, Russian temperatures around you, drifts of enemies destroyed. Homage she strikes the ground with a bomb with the beats, scouting with the letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy vicious peaceful, she is pure to speak nirvana. She and I with Lama Zopa, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she rejoices around it, daring was what is asunder. Reason woman knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage jury with the letter, of the shape of syllable home. By first time shades and 3 worlds, narrow Mandala and vidya. Homage holding in her hand, the hammer moon and deva lake. With my spoken Tari and Bay, totally dispelling poison. Homage she and gods and their kings, and the kinnaras to honor. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels beneath and calm days. Homage she used to eye bright with radiance of sun and full moon. With her Tari and the daughter, she dispels every contagion. Homage full of liberating, bow with the set of 3 natures. Destroys us the spirits yashas, every cause is to be endured. These presents with the root mantras and prostrations not Sa 21. Om I prostrate to the Lord and the liberator. Homage, Taurus with the rowing, and the lightning instantaneous. From homing demons of the Lord of 3 worlds, they will know the homage she is face combines 100 ultimates are full, blazing with light rays resplendent, as a dozen collection. Homage golden blue and lotus, waterborne and adorning, giving ever calm austerities, patient meditation as well. Homage comes at the goddess, action triumph without limit, relied on my conquest children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with the daughter, whom desire direction and space, trembling with her feet the 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the old Lord, Sharani Brahma Madhu, honored by the host of spirits, cause resistant lovers yakshas. Homage with the tray and bass sounds, destroying both magic diagrams, every blessing left on writing, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, Adonai with 3 jewel mudra, lyring
masses all excited, all direction was adorned. Homage she's so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light. Marvel loving with the daughter, subjugating Mara Devas. Homage she able to summon all the guardians assembly, shaking, browning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crowned atomic crescent, moon all ornaments were shining, Amitabha in her hand, sending Yaman and eternal. Homage she will read the blaze like the unending fire abiding, righteous heaven just around you, truths of venom in destroying. Homage she is right the ground, her woman with open pieces, scouting with a letter homeless, 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is fearless, peace nirvana, she endowed woman soul, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she wages around it, daring both bodies asunder, freezing woman on his mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage jury with sea letter, of the shape of syllable home, by first ambition and 3 walls, mirror, mandala and vidya. Homage holding in her hand, the hammer, man and never navel, which was spoken and bay, totally dispelling boys. Homage she and gods and their kings, and the kinnaras to honor, armored in her joyful splendor, she disposed by dreams and conflicts. Homage she is joy bright with radiance of sun and full moon, which was Ara and the daughter, she disposed of vacant danger. Homage full of liberating, Baba the set of 3 natures, destroys the spirit's yash, and restores its supreme glory. These praises with the mantras and frustrations of Psalm 21. Om my Rade, the noble and the liberator. Homage, Taras Vitruvi, Ganananing in the Danya, Brahmaning names of the Lord of 3 was triple Lord. Homage is combined, 100 of the moons are full, blazing with light rays of splendor, another thousand Mangalation. Homage golden blue and lotus, waterborne in and adorning, giving effort come austerities, patient meditation as there. Homage crowned under the goddess, I should triumph without limit, relied on my conquered children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with the daughter, hopeless adoration and space, drumming with the Venus able to draw forth all beings. Homage worship by the all Lord, Shara Ani Brahma Maru, honored by the host of spirits, God praises and love as Yakshas. Homage with the ray and bass sounds, destroying foot-matching diagrams, every blessing left our riding, blazing in a raging vibrance. Homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with finding lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, Adona with 3 jewel mudra, lyre masses all excited, all direction was adorned. Homage she's a joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, muffled loving with the daughter, subjugating Mara's devils. Homage she able to summon all her guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home signs, saving from every misfortune. Homage Kanadamic crescent, moon all ornaments were shining, Amitabha in her hand, sending out much light eternal. Homage she made with the blaze like Aeon ending fire abiding, righteous heaven around you, truths of venom in destroying. Homage she is strikes the ground with her palm with the pieces, scouting with the letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she is fearless, peace nirvana, she endowed woman soul, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she rejoices around it, daring both bodies asunder, frees with woman knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to receive letter of the shape of syllable home, by first ambitions and 3 worlds, mirror, mandala and vidya. Homage holding in her hand, the hammer, moon and Deva lake full, which was spoken and bay, totally the smiling boys. Homage she and gods and their kings, and the kinnaras to honor, armored in all triple splendor, she dispels by dreams and conflicts. Homage she is joyous bright with radiance of sun and full moon, which was her to Tara, she dispels the vacant age. Homage full of liberating, Baba the set of 3 natures, destroys the spirits Yashas, and raise closest to endure. These races with the root mantras and prostration of Psalm 21. Om my Rade, the noble and the liberator. Homage, Taras Vitruvi, Ganananing in the Danya, Brahmaning names of the Lord of 3 was triple Lord. Homage to you, face combines 100 ultimates of fullness, blazing with light rays resplendent, as a thousand Sangha lecture. Homage golden blue and lotus, waterborne in and adorning, giving effort come austerities, patient meditation as well. Homage crowned Tathagatas, action triumph without limit, relied on my conquest children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with the Tata, home design direction and space. Tramping with the feet of seven was able to draw for the being. Homage worship by the old Lord, Shakra and Brahma Maru. Honored by the host of spirits, corpses and lovers yashas. Homage with the ray and bass sounds, destroying force magic diagrams. Having blessing left and right in, blazing in a raging fireplace. Homage to Ray very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion. She was found in lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, I don't know which your mood. Larry Mass is all excited, all narration was adorned. Homage she's a joyous radiant, crown amazing garlands of light. Mindful laughing with the Tata, subjugating Mara's day. Homage she able to summon all the guardians assembly, shaking founding with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crowned a dome and crescent, moon all ornaments my shining. Ambient tower in her head, sending out much light eternal. Homage she mid wreath of blaze, like gay unending fire abiding. Our ashes left interest around you, troops of enemies destroy you. Homage she has strikes the ground with her bomb with her foot beats, scouting with the letter home. The 7 levels she just conquer. Homage happy vengeance peaceful, she is fearless peace nirvana. She endowed Lama Zopa, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she would just surround it, daring force bodies asunder. Pleased with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the net. Homage to her with seed letter, of the shape of syllable home. By the summing trace of 3 worlds, Mera Mandala and Vidya. Homage holding in her hand the hammer and Deva lake form, which was broken down and bay, totally dispelling poison. Homage she of gods and their kings, and the king has to honor. Ahmadi no joyful splendor, she disposed by dreams and conflicts. Homage she is do I bright with radiance of sun and full moon. With eyes hot and Tata, she dispels civic contagion. Homage full of liberating, Baba that said its 3 natures, destroys of spirits yashas, memories corpses to endure. These praises with the root mantras and prostrations, thus are 21.
Last one.
Om I prostrate to the noble and liberator. Homage arrows in the rowing, as I landing in the lane. Brahma Mani living of the Lord of 3 worlds triple Lord. Homage to his face combines 100 ultimates of focus, blazing with light rays of splendor. Dada circulation, homage golden blue and lotus, waterborne in hand adorned, giving ever calm austerities, patient meditation earthly. Homage crown of Tathagatas, actions rhyme without limit, relied on my compass children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with the home desire direction and space, trampling with the feet of 7 worlds, able to draw for the beings. Homage worship by the old Lord, Shakra and Brahma Maru. Honored by the host of spirits, corpses and lovers yashas. Homage with the ray and bass sound, destroying force magic diagrams. Having blessing left and right in, blazing in a raging fireblaze. Homage to Ray very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion. She was found in lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart of fingers, I don't know which ritual mudra. Larry Mass is all excited, all narration was adorned. Homage she's a joyous radiant, crown amazing garlands of light. Mirthful laughing with the Tata, subjugating Mara Deva. Homage she able to summon all her guardians assembly, shaking frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crowned a dome and crescent, moon all ornaments are shining. Amitabha in her hand, sending out much light eternal. Homage she mid with a blaze, like gay unending fire abiding. Rushes the binders around you, troops of enemies destroy. Homage she is right the ground with her palm and with the foot pieces, scouting with the letter home. The 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, righteous, peaceful, she is fearless peace nirvana. She endowed Lama Zopa, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she rejoices around it, tearing false bodies asunder. Free with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to Ray with seed letter, of the shape of syllable home. By for 7 shades of 3 worlds, Mera Mandala and Vidya. Homage holding in her hand the hammer moon of Deva lake form, which has spoken Tari and Bay, totally dispelling poison. Homage to gods and their kings, and the kinnaras to honor. Ahmadi no joyful splendor, she disposed the dreams and conflicts. Homage she is joyous bright with radiance of sun and full moon. With Vaisara and the Tata, she disposed of big contagion. Homage full of liberating, Baba the set of 3 natures, destroys souls of spirits yashas. Every scope is supreme to these praises with the root mantras and prostrations, thus are 21.
Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering at dawn, upon waking in the evenings, will be granted all fearlessness. will powerfully pacify all negativities, will eliminate all unfortunate migrations. The multitude of conquerors will quickly grant initiation. Thus endowed with his greatness, one will eventually reach the state of a Buddha. If affected by the most terrible poison, whether ingested, drunk, or from a living being, just by remembering will one be thoroughly cleansed. And his prayers, reciting 2, 3, or 7 times, will pacify all the sufferings and torments caused by spirits, fevers, and poisons, and by other beings as well. If you wish for a child, you will get a child. If you wish for wealth, you will receive wealth. All your wishes will be fulfilled and all obstacles pacified. So the Toma offering. Om Vajra Amrina Gundali Hana Hana Om Me Om Sambhava Shuddha Sarvadhamma Sambhava Shuddho Om. Everything becomes emptiness only. While it is empty, from Yam appears wind, from Ram fire, from transcendental wisdom, skull cup, vast and big. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om 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 Om. The gurus and hosts of deities of the Venerable Aryatara partake of the Toma by drawing it up through the light straw of their vital tongues. Om Aryatare Samari Variyana Malinna Ganga Gai Gai. Om Aryatare Samari Variyana Malinna Ganga Gai Gai. Om Aryatare Samari Variyana Malinna Ganga Gai Gai. Om Aryatare Samari Vari Ardam Bhadyam Bhume Dume Aloge Gane Nyude. Om Aryatare Samari Vari Oma Ahom. Devas and Titans the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. So then we do the general requesting prayer and then the specific requesting prayer. So page 53, the general requesting prayer. Venerable Arya and your retinue, please bless me with the affection of your non-referential compassion, so I may be able to fulfill all my wishes without obstacles. Let the teachings and practice victorious ones in general, the doctrine of Losang in particular spread to 10 directions. Let the Sangha uphold the doctrine be harmonious, and may their enlightened activities increase. Please pacify conflicts, famine, and sickness in this country. Increase the Dharma and good fortune. Expand the power of Dharma rulers, and grant happiness to the central and border areas. Please protect us from temporary and ultimate fears, such as the 8 and 16 great fears, spirits, plagues, nightmares, and bad omens, as well as the sufferings of samsara, the unfortunate states, and so forth. May life, prosperity, and merits increase. May all negative thoughts be pacified. Please grant your blessings that realizations of 3 principles of the path and 2 stages may quickly be completed. From now until the essence of enlightenment, I have no other refuge in you. Bless me and care for me as a mother does for her only child. And then the specific requesting prayer is requesting for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, our precious master. So page 5. Healers, teacher, and assembly of the children, the victorious ones, Shravakas and Prateka Buddhas, victorious Losang, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge in infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings, through explanation and practice, you wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged. Incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make request. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings you suddenly departed to peace, what a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean and 3 jewels, and the great ways of bodhicitta of the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. Page 9. Patient in bearing the hardships of spreading the teachings of Muni in general, and the teachings of victorious Jamgans on Kappa in hundreds of directions, Lord of Dharma holding the 3 vows and wearing saffron robes, please quickly return as the glory of the clearest teachings. You held the teachings of explanation and practice with great asceticism, unable to bear that transmigratory beings are confused by the darkness of suffering. Through your great loving kindness, you skillfully led them to happiness. Unparalleled son of the teachings, please return quickly. beautified by the ornament of supreme patience and increasing the practice, and the supreme authentic teachings of the victorious one, through listening, reflection, and meditation. Guide of all transmigratory beings along the perfect path, true and perfect pure Guru, please return quickly. Guru, think of me. Guru, consider me. Most gracious root Guru, care for me. Most gracious root Guru, do not deprive us of your compassionate refuge. Listen and consider this heartfelt prayer made by our tormented disciple. Guru, embodiment of the Buddhas, the 3 times, please bless me. You may rest in all-pervading great bliss, equipoised within the dhatu of unimpeded luminosity. Yet the playful dance of your loving compassion emanates in myriad ways. The time has come for the return of the swift appearance of your magical wisdom's Rupakaya, and for you to care for us once again with your affectionate compassion. Arise, arise, arise in the Dhammakaya. I invoke you, I call upon you, I implore you on behalf of all beings. Do not rest in Kachara or other pure realms. Rather, to benefit the Buddha's teachings and all living beings, swiftly return to this southern continent to spread the Buddha Dharma of study and realization. Quickly return to guide us poor wretched beings. Such is the desperate cry of us, your disciples. Return so we may actually behold your presence and receive the blessings of your body, speech, and mind. All violations, errors, mistakes, and broken samadhi that we've made, in relation to your body, speech, mind, and spontaneous activity, through our being confused and conceiving things in erroneous ways, we confess within the luminous emptiness of your 3 kayas. Of everything auspicious is supreme auspiciousness. May there be the auspiciousness of emptiness and compassion. May there be the auspiciousness of timely meeting between master and disciples. Through the force of the truth of unchanging suchness, may the unmistaken incarnation return quickly. This lament was made by me at Dakini with pure faith and samaya. Our eyes filled with tears of sorrow, may these wishes of a beggar woman be fulfilled. Through the blessings of deities of the 3 roots, perceptionist, object, and the perceiver all dissolve within the expanse, the blissful clarity of suchness. So back to page 4, the Confession of Faults. Om Namadhanadhamaya Manavaya performed here with whatever I could not find, I was not able to do. Please be patient. Please also be patient with the rituals I performed incorrectly or with omissions. For the benefit of migratory beings, please abide in this image, granting wealth, highest goodness, and long life free from sickness. Om Supatishta Vajraye Soha. To the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of Aritara, and lead all living beings without exception to that enlightened state. Like a wish-fulfilling tree in a fortune-jeweled vase, you are the wish-fulfilling treasure, granting all desires, fulfilling all hopes. O conquerors, Mother Tara, and all conquerors with your children, take care of me and grant all So I just did the long life prayer for His Holiness Dalai Lama, which is in this Kopan prayer book, page 169. 169. Incomparably kind and supreme Tenzin Gyatso, wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world, may you have a long life and all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. Page 166, the increasing mantras. Tamnende Divina Mara Tumayan Namazombe Sangena Manadi Yoginga Bola Chata Lord Anandamaza Majamoguna Zamala Chata Om Medriwa Our Body Nesoa Om Durudurada Mungeso Dada Om Medriwa Our Body Nesoa Om Durudurada Mungeso Dada Om Medriwa Our Body Nesoa Om Durudurada Mungeso Dada Om Medriwa Our Body Nesoa Om Durudurada Mungeso Dada Om Medriwa Our Body Nesoa Om Durudurada Mungeso Dada Om Medriwa Our Body Nesoa Om Durudurada Mungeso Dada Om Medriwa Our Body Nesoa Om Durudurada Mungeso Chonende Dijinja Mandra Dumayan Labasombe Sangi Mangila Menduri Aginga Bola Chatsalo Chonende Dijinja Mandra Dumayan Labasombe Sangi Noda Mananda Jela Dudrubega Bola Chatsalo. To the blessings, the eminent victorious ones and their sons, truth, the infallible, dependent rising, power of my pure special attitude to take responsibility, the aims of my pure prayers be accomplished. So we dedicate all these virtues that we accumulated now in the session, that we've accumulated from the very beginning, put that together with all the other virtues and prayers that have been done, all the merit that's been accumulated in these past 5 weeks and more, and then put together with all the numberless virtues accumulated by all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and all sentient beings since beginning this time. We dedicate that Rinpoche to quickly return to us exactly as he wishes, exactly in the most beneficial way, the best way, exactly as His Holiness wishes, for there to be no obstacles, all Rinpoche's holy wishes to be fulfilled, all the projects to be completed, for all the centers to continue, for all of us and all the students, benefactors to continue with all the work, fulfill all the advice and all our actions to be only most pleasing to the holy mind, the virtuous friend, particularly for all of us to quickly be able to generate in our hearts and minds the precious thought of bodhicitta, cherishing others more than self, but also to be generated in the minds of all living beings. It has been generated, may it never decline but increase more and more. And finally, due to all these virtues which are completely empty existing from their own side, and I which is completely empty existing from its own side, quickly achieve the state of full enlightenment which is completely empty existing from its own side, in order to lead all the kind mother sentient beings who have cherished us since beginning this time and who are suffering and who are completely empty existing from their own side, to that state when the self alone is completely empty of existing from its own side. And so just want to mention also there's a request for a dedication for Geshe Tashi Sering. So he had a stroke. So he previously, of course, he was the resident teacher at Chenrezig Institute in Australia. So did incredible benefit there. So we really hope and pray that Geshe will be better. I think Ken Rinpoche now will be better. And also we should continue to do dedications for Ken Trungpa Rinpoche, who has been in hospital here in Kathmandu. Yeah. So thank you very much, everyone. We have to leave because there are little monks longing to come inside and do their prayers.
Good job.
Did you mind walking forward?
Everything together? Or was the separate one?
Today we did it. Only one day we didn't do
You are
it.
very efficient today. That's good.
Yeah, we just started a bit earlier. So incredibly beautiful in here,
It is.
isn't it? Yeah,
Wonderful
just,
place.
isn't it amazing? It's just incredibly beautiful and wonderful. Incredible and wonderful.
Oh, there are the pills up there.
More
Kind
pearls.
of thing.
Oh, good, yeah. Pearls.
Oh, nice.
That must be them. It's pearls, right? It's not beads.
I was at the
Pearls on the umbrella now. As the last teaching Rinpoche gave was the benefit of offering the umbrella.
I was at the Drukchen for Soga Rinpoche after he passed away. Totally different feeling.
Really?
Yeah, it was good. It was really powerful. Yeah, you know.
Very good to go, yeah. Well, when Lama passed away, Lama Yeshe passed away, it was very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did it. I'll leave this for Mark.
I was hungry today.